Welcome back to Persona 3 Reload. I'm your host, Joy Labs. So we're gonna go ahead and explore the wonders of Tartarus in this episode.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you all ready? Yep. Good luck. I wonder what's going on in here.
So, it's the real deal from here on, huh?
Looks easy to get lost in.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa! Is that you, Senpai?
How are you doing that?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out. Keep that in mind.
Wait, are you saying you can see this place from all the way out there?
It's my Persona's ability. The structure of Tartarus actually changes from day to day. I'd like to join you up there, but we need someone to provide outside support.
That's even more concerning.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any time. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. You'll get the hang of it as you go.
Right.
Got it.
Absolutely.
Why is she always like that?
Like what?
Right. Let's begin. Defeat all the shadows on that floor. I'll support you as much as I can, but it's up to you to learn something out there.
Alright, so going on in here. There might be chests up these stairs, but maybe not on the second floor.
Hold on. There's a shadow up ahead. This is the first real battle for Takeba and Iori. Proceed with caution.
Alright, let's go. Which is just a single weak enemy, so it should be too much to handle.
Let's start by going over how to attack shadows. When faced with an enemy, you have two primary options for fending them off. The first option is to use your equipped weapon. The second option is to use your persona. But remember, every persona has its own strengths and weaknesses. Knowing how personas work will be crucial. Try summoning yours right now.
Alright then, you can choose to either attack or a skill on your enemies. You can attack with whatever weapon you currently have equipped on you. While it doesn't do the most damage, it will not deplete your HP or SP. Launching an attack and selecting the target by pressing X. On the other hand, using a skill will deplete your HP or SP. To use one, press triangle, then select the skill you want to use and the target you want to use it on. Alright, let's go. Yeah, which I think he is weak to fire. No, he's not.
Okay. Looks like I'm up.
Yeah, we spent 3 SP using that. Alright, Power Slash. He took him out. Yeah, pretty scripted battle tutorial, but we reached level 2. Orpheus also did.
Oh yeah! How'd you like my persona ability?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well done, Iori. Considering it was your first battle, you did well. Takeba too. You'll be fine. Don't be afraid to show what you can do.
Got it.
Good. Let's continue exploring.
Yes, we will. And there's a... Well, I thought there was a fork in the road there. But we'll go on to this guy.
Another shadow up ahead. Let's get you more accustomed to combat. The battle's about to begin. Everyone, stay focused.
Alright, so there's 3 enemies now.
All right. Next, let's go over a useful approach for defeating enemies. Most enemies have an elemental affinity that they have low resistance to. Targeting weaknesses is one of the best ways to deal damage. Not only that, it can also knock enemies down. Knocking down an enemy creates an opening, letting you continue your offense.
Weaknesses, huh? Done. I'll show you how it's done.
Wait! Let me handle this one. Just point it to my head and pull the trigger.
Alright, go ahead. Not that hard.
Do this!
Alright, takes him out with that.
Oh, you're not so bad yourself, Yucatan.
That's it, Takeba. You give it a try as well.
Yeah, weaknesses and one more. I explained this earlier in the first battle. Each attack has an affinity, and enemies will have weaknesses towards certain affinities. Attacking an enemy with its weakness will also deal more damage than usual, and will also knock down the enemy. When an enemy is down, you'll be able to attack one more time. If you use an extra turn to knock down a different enemy, you can attack one more time again. As long as you keep attacking the enemies down, you'll be able to use that attack continuously. Alright, so we're going to do something that the game's about to show us, but we're going to do it early. So both these enemies are weak to fire. It's, oh, well, maybe not.
You struck the enemy's weakness. Keep that up and finish off the rest.
Alright, let's use Agi again. I guess they do instant kill these enemies. Right. Yukari and Junpei both reach level 2.
I did it!
Fantastic work, Takeba. You performed as well as I hoped you would.
Totally. I couldn't take my eyes off you.
Can you try not being a creep?
Great. Looks like everyone's gotten used to handling their personas. Leader, take note of each member's strengths and conduct the battle accordingly. I can still sense some enemies around. Let's move on.
Alright. Usually you can spot some items or anything around here, but maybe not on the tutorial floor. I wonder how far we can get without losing contact with Kirijo-senpai. Probably pretty far.
Hey, found some kind of boxy looking thing.
Yes, boxes like those seem to be scattered all throughout Tartarus. Sometimes they contain useful items for battle. Seek them out as often as you can.
Oh, sweet. So they're basically like treasure chests. Hell yeah! Let's bust it open and see what's inside.
Treasure chests in Tartarus contain items, money, and other loot that will make exploration easier. There are many types of treasure chests, each with different contents inside. You especially want to keep an eye out for special items they can only be obtained from treasure chests. Alright, 3 life
That
stones.
looks like it'll be useful. It's up to you to decide how to use it.
Get injured while exploring Tartarus, you can use items and skills to restore HP and SP. In the triangle menu, select item and choose a recovery item such as medicine or life stone, and use a party member. Choose a party member. Skills also work a similar way. Start by opening the menu, select skill, and pick a recovery skill such as Dia, and use a party member. It's the best to prioritize Bakoto's HP so he doesn't faint while exploring. Yes, because if Bakoto dies, that means the game's over. So like no party members will be able to revive him. So life stones that we just got, those will heal 30% of our HP.
Hey.
Yo, is this really the school? Like, no joke? But it'd be kind of funny if we were actually inside our classroom right now, huh? Yeah, which life stones are more useful at towards the end of the game than they are at the beginning of the game, because it's by percentage, it's not by a certain number. So when you have more health, they're actually more useful. Revival beads, those will revive a party member to half health.
Shadow detected. Looks like they haven't noticed you yet. Now's your chance. Try sneaking up on them from behind. Make sure you stay out of their field of vision.
Sorry about that. You can swing your sword by pressing square while exploring to slash an enemy. Doing so will start combat. Striking an enemy from behind will trigger a chance encounter, where you have the advantage at the start of combat. If the enemy attacks you first, a pinch encounter will occur, placing you at a disadvantage. Get into the habit of initiating chance encounters to gain the upper hand for an easy victory. You can still swing your sword, even when there are no enemies present, so you'll be able to practice and test your sword's range. Yeah, which, get ready to hear the highlight of the soundtrack. It's going down now.
Next, I'm going to explain a tactic for defeating several enemies at once. First, go ahead and strike an enemy's weakness. I'll keep track of tactical data, such as any enemy weaknesses you've identified. If you ever forget an enemy's affinities, just let me know and I'll get that data for you.
Alright, press L1 will allow you to view the affinities of a selected enemy. The different affinities are Slash, Strike, Pierce, Fire, Ice, Electricity, Wind, Light, and Dark. The amount of damage inflicted depends on the enemy's affinity. Unknown. Affinity has not been used in an enemy yet. More damage dealt and knocked down as possible when there is an exclamation point. Resist, damage is halved. Null, damage, no damage taken. Damage is reflected and inflicted on the one who initiated. A lot of late game enemies have Repel and Drain. Damage is absorbed by the target and heals them instead. Alright, so both these guys are weak to fire. Let's just take them out with that.
Alright, now knock down the other one. That's when you perform an all-out attack.
An all-out attack?
It's a maneuver that engages the entire team in a coordinated assault when all enemies have been knocked down. Naturally, the enemy has no way of defending against this. It's one of the most reliable means of attack.
I wouldn't say.
Whoa! That sounds so badass! Let's give it a try right now!
Alright, all-out attack. When you've knocked down every enemy, you'll get the chance to execute an all-out attack that will deal significant damage to all enemies. Once an all-out attack is possible, there will be a prompt asking whether or not you want to initiate it. Press circle to cancel, and X to perform an all-out attack. Choose wisely depending on the situation. If you are inflicted with a status ailment, or if you are the only one mobile at the time, then an all-out attack cannot be executed. If any party member is inflicted with a status ailment at the time of an all-out attack, they will not be able to join in. This will reduce the amount of damage dealt to enemies. Yeah, so be careful of that. Yeah, now we can do that.
It's time for a full assault.
Go! Alright, time for a shuffle time. After a battle is run, shuffle time may occur. During shuffle time, different types of cards formed by the possibilities within your soul will appear. You can choose one of these cards. Each type of card has a different effect. Persona, acquire a new persona. Wand, increases experience. Cup, activates battle support effects. Sword, obtain a skill card. Coin, obtain money. The more one-mores you get in battle, the higher the chance the shuffle time will occur. If you end up in a battle in an all-out attack, shuffle time will always occur. Yeah, which we can only select one type of card here, Tartarus. Done and dusted. Level 3, nice. Orpheus also went up to level 3. Orpheus learned a new move too, Dia, which as we know is a healing
How'd
move.
you like our all-out combo attack, you filthy shadows?
When I saw my opening, it's like my body just knew what to do.
That was magnificent teamwork. It's hard to believe it's your first time. As you grasp the flow of battle, you'll learn to coordinate with each other seamlessly. Let's apply what we've learned so far and continue exploring.
Okay. Which, I
detect another shadow up ahead.
see him, yep.
Take advantage of what you just learned. Try not to alert the enemy as you move.
Yeah, let's try not to. Go!
I've covered the basics of combat now, but the most important thing is making decisions based on the situation at hand. I'll continue providing support, but this time, go ahead and try fighting on your own.
Oh no! The hand-holding is over?
You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas and summon them at will.
I can feel a new potential within myself. If you have multiple personas in your possession, you can choose Change Persona to swap out your equipped persona with another in your stock. Changing personas will also change your stats, affinities, and usable skills based on the persona you switch to. During battle, press the persona submenu, open the persona submenu, do skills, then press L1 or R1 to change personas. You can also change your equipped persona outside of battle by pressing triangle to open the menu and navigating the persona submenu. You can change personas at any time, but in battle you can only do so before taking action that turn.
What to do?
Alright, which, oh yeah, so since it forced us to pick Apsaris last battle, we're gonna switch to that. Use Bafu, which I don't know if these guys are weak to it. That's an ice attack. Looks like they are. When your character's eyes appears, that means they are weak to it.
Persona just now. It looks like you really do have a special power.
Alright, let's use another all-out attack.
This is our chance.
Yeah, and that's done and dusted. So, like, I don't think that tutorial explained how Shuffle Time actually shows up. So I believe it is when the battle either ends with an all-out attack, or it ends with you knocking down the enemy, like exploiting the weakness. So we're gonna increase the experience here. Store 50% of your max HP. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the experience. I guess I always do.
The enemy has been defeated. Excellent work.
Was that?
Well, it looks like he has the ability to summon different personas. I suspected as much after the events from the other day, but now we know for sure. All right.
Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. There's a device nearby that will teleport you back. Look around for it. There should also be some stairs nearby, but I can't approve any more exploration right now. We'll explore the upper floors next time. One-way teleporters. Occasionally you will encounter one-way teleporters in Tartarus that can be used to return to the entrance. Keep in mind that since these teleporters are only one way, you cannot return to the same floor where it was used. Yeah, if we go straight ahead...
Hey, I found some stairs.
Wait, we're looking for the teleporter, aren't we?
Exactly what Takeba said. Please prioritize getting back safely for now.
Well, what if we want to go all the way to the top floor?
Wait, we're looking.
Yeah, we are. You can also see a map of the floor that you've explored thus far. Floor 2, the first time you visit it, is always this layout, I think. Oh, whoa, these open on their own? Jeez, that scared the crap out of me. There's medicine that heals, I think, 50 HP? Yep, that's right. Let's look at the map, see where we haven't been. Oh, up there, yeah.
Look, that treasure chest looks different from the one before.
Yes, that particular box is sealed in a special way. The box can be unlocked by its own mechanism, but it needs something else to work during the dark hour.
Twilight fragment I found in my room seems to be reacting.
What's that you got there?
I wonder...
Reaction. Do you have a Twilight fragment with you? You know what those are. Okay. Try holding it up to the treasure chest. Special locked treasure chests can be unlocked with Twilight fragments. The amount you need will vary from chest to chest, so you'll want to collect as many as you can. Alright. I have one. One should open it. And we got Snuff Soul. That's an SP restoring item.
Not bad.
Ah, I thought that's what it was. That's a Twilight fragment. They can be used on devices throughout Tartarus. You might find more in Tartarus or other locations with traces of shadows. If you come across any going forward, you'll want to take them. Right. Which, just exploring more of this floor. Yep, there's the teleporter.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep, looks like that's all good.
Looks like you found a teleporter. Now use it to return to the entrance.
Will do.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
Ah, no problem.
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow! I never knew I had that kind of power. But damn, why do I feel so exhausted?
Because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
You say that, but you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
This is different. It's like I'm having trouble breathing. What's going on?
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily.
Yeah, this text, I don't remember for sure if it was in the original, but in the original there was a mechanic called tiredness. So your characters will get tired eventually from exploring Tartarus for too long. They took that away in the PSP version because it was so annoying. But I guess the tutorial still exists.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. I have to say, though, I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, you're like level 15. By combining powers of the teams, I was able to stand against the shadows. I sense a strong bond with them. And our social link with C's reaches rank 2. Just like Yukari and Junpei, I feel tired as well. I decided it would be best to return to my room and rest. Alright. Let's go right ahead.
Not bad.
Excellent work. I have high hopes for future expeditions. The Dark Hour will be ending soon. Return from Tartarus, the Dark Hour will end. This will start the next day. Use the time wisely and recuperate for your next expedition. The structure of Tartarus will have changed by your next expedition. Treasure chests you have already found could be rediscovered as well, so returning would be a good idea if you find yourself stuck.
Salut.
Let's finish up here. Does that sound good to you? Alright, let's call it quits. Well, I mean, we are done here, so... Alright, rest up and come prepared for our next expedition.
Yo.
Hey, you're in 2F, right? What's with that weary look in your eye? I'm Kenji Tomochika. We're in the same class. Morning. Yeah, you too. I heard from Iori that you're pretty close with Takaba-san. Is that true? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm looking for someone with a little more experience anyway. Oh crap, it's almost time for the morning assembly. Come on, we better hurry. Experience in what? Experience in girls?
That concludes the main portion of today's assembly. Next, we'll hear a word from the Student Council. Please welcome the new president, Mitsuru Kirijo, from Class 3D.
Ooh, three-dimensional.
Thank you.
So she did get elected. Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
You can say that again. She's got this intimidating vibe around her. Not to mention, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year. It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school. However, change cannot occur without
Oh, sorry.
unprecedented level of commitment.
I don't know what that was.
That is why we must restructure our daily lives in order to rise to this challenge. I'd like each of you to dig deeply into your well of motivation and reevaluate your convictions. Strive to imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you. That is the key. My own ideas are but one person's vision. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, opinions, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
Dang. What a speech.
Tell me about it.
Have any idea what she just said?
Oh, well, sort of.
Sure didn't sound like something a high schooler would say. If it was anyone else, we'd be laughing our asses off.
Okay, time for class.
Alright, today we'll be looking at some... I forget how to pronounce this. Meiji, or Meiji is how I always pronounced it. He was a Japanese emperor, so this is like his era. Open your textbooks to page 12. You know what? I'm sick of this story. I already went over it last class. I've got a great poem we can discuss instead. Close your textbooks, everyone, and listen to this. Isolated clouds suspended over the tall, snowy mountain peak. I'm feeling sleepy. Should I close my eyes? No, stay awake.
What even?
Hey, Tomochika, you better not be sleeping back there. You should be ashamed of yourself, napping while I pour my heart into this reading. You're getting another essay on top of the regular assignment tonight. I expected a slice of cake when you turn it in, too. And don't cheap out with the store-bought stuff like last time. Kenji's got a lot of homework. He's got to write 2 essays and bake a cake. I forced myself to stay awake and listen to the lecture. Alright, our academics went up.
Yo, want to stop by Paulonia Mall on the way back? Might want to stock up while we can, since we got stuff going on at night. There's a pharmacy there too. Couldn't hurt to get some meds in case anything happens.
I mean, you seem really into this. I am too, but...
You bet I am. If we don't step up to the plate, who will? The chairman said it himself. The fate of the world depends on us. Let's go, leader. First task, escape from the school.
Look! It's Sonata-senpai! Wait for us!
Yeah. And we all know...
Have you noticed how popular Sonata-san is with the ladies? Man, take a look at that.
We all know Akihiko is the most popular boy in school, when Mitsuru is the most popular girl in school.
I guess neither of us really got to know him before all this crazy stuff happened. He's a captain of the boxing team. Never lost a single match. I know that's cool and all, but who'd have thought boxing would turn you into a chick magnet? I mean, come on! They're fawning on him more than a harem manga. I wonder where they're going.
Hey, are you guys free this afternoon?
Huh? Us? Yeah, I mean, hell yeah! We'd love to join your little, group here.
Junpei says that in a less perverted way in the original, where he's like, are your friends gonna come with us? What about our shopping? What about the fate of the world, rather?
Don't be lame. Even heroes need some rest now and then, you know?
Well, are you free or not?
Yeah, of course. No problemo.
I want the two of you to meet me at Polonia Mall. You know where it is, right? I'll be waiting at the police station. Got it?
Why?
The police station? You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
Who? These girls? No, I don't even know their names. Hearing so much chit-chat gives me a headache. Anyway, I'm going on ahead. Don't keep me waiting.
Wait! Senpai! Don't leave us!
Man, how can he not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them. Anyway, let's go.
Sonata asked us to meet him at the Polonia Mall police station. Junpei and I decided to head over. Yeah, well, I mean, every girl in school probably comes up to ask him out, so... Well, I was just headed there myself. You know the place, right? Let's go. The fawning student continues to sigh. You know how every school has at least one mystery no one can solve? There's one here too, you know. Like the sculpture in the art room that moved by itself. It sounded cool over my head. I have this strange feeling that someone's watching me. Maybe it's just my imagination. Alright, so let's head over to Polonia. Alright. Hello, young man. Say, have you heard anything about these mysterious cases of ordinary, healthy people changing overnight? I have. Guess that shouldn't be a surprise. It's all over TV. Thought she was supposed to be a skilled reporter. Ask me some questions that, you know, would give out interesting answers. This is the place Sonata-san was talking about, right? Alright, want to go in? Let's go.
Thank you, Kurosawa-san. I'll be taking this. Oh, These are the guys I was talking about earlier.
So it doesn't seem to like
This
us.
is Officer Kurosawa. He helps keep our squad well equipped. Oh, and here, this is from Ikutsuki-san.
5,000 yen.
Whoa, is that our warp guns? You shouldn't have.
You can't fight empty-handed, so find something you like. Kurosawa-san has connections. He can secure equipment for us, but these things still cost money.
Of course they do. Nothing in life is free.
I realize that. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
I've been informed about you two. My job is to maintain peace in this city regardless of the circumstances. I'm just an ordinary police officer, but it doesn't take a genius to know something strange is going on here. I'm only doing what I think is right. Nothing more. If you need something, we can talk in the back.
In the back? That sounds shady.
All right.
Now then, I don't have much, but you should be able to find out what you need. Find what you need. So, police station, you can purchase equipment for you and your party to use in battle. You can also sell any equipment you aren't using if you need a little extra cash. There's no telling what dangers Tartarus will throw your way, so be sure to gear up with the highest quality equipment you can afford. Equipment is listed in 4 categories: weapons, armor, footwear, and accessories. Weapons primarily influence attack damage, armor reduces the damage taken by the wearer, footwear affects the wearer's evasiveness, and accessories grant the wearer various special effects. Sometimes equipment other than accessories will also grant special effects. Try out different combinations to optimize and specialize your loadout. Alright. So we can buy this stuff, but personally, I
If you
don't...
got the time.
Stop talking, thank you. Kurosawa, I'm trying to talk here. Personally, I don't think buying this equipment is that worth it. And that is because you can find a lot of the stuff that you need in Tartarus itself. They're like in chests, and if you collect the Twilight Fragments,
What are you looking for?
you'll find a lot of this stuff. Anyway, in the locked chests.
What are you looking for?
Armor,
What are you looking for?
footwear, this increases your speed. You know, whether your likeliness of getting hits.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, accessories. Will I buy any of the accessories, though? Strength, endurance. Yeah, I'm not sure I want any of these. But we can sell some stuff. So the Max of Cruelty will sell.
It's a deal.
We had 2 of those. And that's about it. And we need all of these items. Well, life stones maybe I'll sell.
Sure. All right. I'll take that. All done here?
Oh. Yeah, I'm finished.
Come back soon.
If you want to buy anything, you know where to find me. Drop by anytime.
Can't believe the police station's selling weapons. What's more, they only gave us 5,000 yen. Ain't that kind of stingy? I mean, kind of saving the world. Oh crap, it's this late already? I'm gonna miss the rerun of The Lonely Shogun. I gotta go.
Okay.
Sweet. I'll leave the rest to you. I know, I'm the one who brought you here, but see me again, you know where. There's a ton of shops and stuff in this place, so you really should check it out while you can. All right, see you back at the dorm.
Alright. Starting today, you're free to use your after-school hours however you wish. So the game is officially taking us off the leash. Making use of various school facilities or certain spots in town can raise your academics, charm, or courage. However, the number of activities you can engage each day is limited. Think carefully how you spend your time and plan ahead. Network functionality. When you turn network functions on, press touchpad. You can review online player statistics and compare progress. Pressing touchpad may also provide tips if you're stuck, recommend actions if you can't decide what to do. But yeah, we have the network off for this LP, but you can normally press the touchpad and then see what other players did on the same day. It is pretty cool. You can also like see class answers and things like that, what others answered. But we'll go ahead and end the episode right here. Alright, we'll see you later.